Goodbye, little cabin. You were just what we needed. 9 hours of sleep and electricity to charge our gear. And we're heading back to the trail. We think it might have been less than 3 miles. And we might just opt to walk it today because these are our only 2 miles that aren't uphill today.
Welcome back to day 146. I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking. We have anywhere between 2 to 3 miles back to the trail. We're not sure if we're gonna hitch today. It's flat and it's nice. And we've kind of gone back and forth of hitching or not. We said, oh, we're gonna hitch, and then no cars came. So it's a nice little walk. It's flat. It's our only flat today.
It's the only flat we're ever gonna see.
Again, until the top of Katahdin.
Yep.
We have 11 miles today from US Route 302 to Lakes of the Cloud huts. Our goal is to get there, and I know it's 11 miles is like, oh, you guys can do that before noon, but it's all up today. So we're factoring an hour a mile. So if we're on the trail, back on the official trail by 8 o'clock, and it takes an hour a mile, that puts us at 7 p.m. That's an hour for eating, an hour for shooting, hour for eating and breaks, and we'll be there after dark. So hopefully we can do less than a mile an hour. We're not gonna stay at the hut, but this hut has something unique called
the dungeon.
The dungeon. Dun, 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 dun. And I think you pay $10 to sleep in
it's basically
the
basement.
The basement on your mats. I think they only accept 6 people. So I don't know if we'll get one or not. If not, we're gonna have to tent out. There's limited tenting and the altitude's pretty high. So temperature looks good today. It's supposed to be a high of 50. I know, high of 50, but that's a nice hiking uphill weather. And no rain in the forecast, which is good.
Let's get going.
Let's go. And we're officially back on the trail, 8:25. 332.4 miles to Mount Katahdin. Lakes of the Cloud, 11.4. That's where we're going. Spa Hut, 5.6 miles. That is where we are delivering our secret message to. From our hut from yesterday for lunch. It is straight up, so hopefully we can make it there in time to have the soup and bread for lunch. If not, we'll be eating whatever's in our pack. It's 8:53. We're officially on the trail. We got to the trail, I don't know, about 8:20, and then we both had to use the restroom, aka the woods. We had to fill our water up. Captain has decided that he is going to continue to carry 3 liters because he is running thirsty in a couple of spots before we even get to the water source. He's always been a huge water drinker, so I'm surprised he hasn't been carrying 3 liters since the very beginning. We had a little more breakfast. We redistributed the weight in our packs because when we have all of our winter gear on, like we did this morning, the way the weight is in the pack hurts his shoulders and it hurts my hips. So we had to redistribute. It's amazing. If you put too much weight in there's a little mesh back pouch, it puts a ton of pressure on your shoulders. And we both had a lot of stuff in there, our rain gear and whatnot. But since it's not supposed to rain today, we put it back in our inside pack, which really almost instantly changed how the packs felt on our body. I feel like from here on out, my thoughts might be a bit fragmented, but I want to document the journey as it is and how I'm feeling. And sometimes I don't have the capacity to form thoughts that are articulate and and kind of comprehensive and the full scope of what I'm feeling, as I'm so tired. We both slept well last night. We slept in a bed. We skipped the shower for more sleep and for warmth. And we're both beat today. And our bodies are so much stronger than when we started. But I'm going up, I'm telling you guys. But they're tired. Our bodies are just really, really tired. And at this point, it's very, very crucial that even though our bodies are tired, that we mentally stay focused and on point, because it's very easy to physically be exhausted and then do something wrong on the trail. The trail, the mountain, whatever is the boss. You are not the boss. And if you don't listen to it, you don't keenly follow its weather forecast, particularly through the Whites and Maine, especially if you're hiking in extreme heat or cold conditions, it will take you mentally or physically. And so as exhausted as we're feeling, we're still making sure we're, dotting the I's and crossing the T's and keeping ourselves safe. Now it's more of a concern of cooler weather, not hot. And we're doing really well on that. And for example, last night, we haven't had service since, I think,
around 4 o'clock yesterday.
4 o'clock, might have been even earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday. And so we haven't been able to get a weather report. And so to start up the mountain we're starting up now and not knowing the weather could potentially be very dangerous. And this is where our Garmin comes in very handy. Last night, Captain texted Will a message on it and asked him to get us the weather report. And then we woke up this morning to the weather report, which is fine to go up here and I think that's all for now. I just wanted to keep it real, let you guys know that this is it's really hard. It's really, really, really hard. And it doesn't get easier. I mean, we're doing less miles. Our bodies are stronger. We're mentally right there. But we are physically just pretty exhausted. We also haven't had a zero in a long time. Captain hasn't had a zero for 2 weeks. And I haven't had a zero for... how long's it been since I've had a zero?
2 weeks.
Wasn't it more than that? Because is that counting going to see Avalon?
Yeah.
So longer than 2 weeks. Because we're not counting the couple of days I went to see Avalon because I was surviving on like 4 and 5 hours of sleep a night. Even though I wasn't hiking, I was driving 9 hours one day, 9 hours another day, and then running around with her the other day. So can't really count as a zero. And our bodies are feeling it. So we have today, tomorrow, and a half a day the next day. And then we've got a half a day off. Captain's going to take the Friday zero and part of Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to take half of Thursday and half of Saturday. I think Friday, depending on how I'm feeling. I may go back to Vermont and slack because he has 5 days to make up in Vermont and I have 7. So I want to go do those two, at least one of them now. I don't fancy hiking in Vermont in December, so. All right. This is how the terrain is. Straight up sea today. The temp is great. It's like, what's the temp right now? 55. It's perfect. We're going up this killer hill. And what did you just say to me?
You have no idea how much money I would pay to be back in Bon Air, scuba diving, feeling weightless, having the sun and the nice warmth. So much money. A lot of money.
All the money you have?
All of the money.
I miss all this.
Yes.
I miss all of this.
Yes. This is something that can be missed.
You can't make me laugh while I'm going uphill like this. I lose my energy.
Pay so much money.
Break down my walls, but I will rise again. 'Cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes and stay silent since they try to take me down with their violence? So when I see my people fight off the evil, just know this ain't new. A picture can be framed, but every eye will see a different view. So when I hear the chants, when I hear the screams, when I see the horrible scenes, when I see the horrid things coming from human beings, I pray that one day a new way will take over. What it's like to breathe life in a coma. We're so blind to the pain of the other, we must see beyond me in the struggle. Break down my walls, but I will rise again, 'cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes and stay silent since they try to take me down with their violence?
Today is insane with the climbing and the wind. Like, insane. Oh, wow. This is insane. We might not make 11 miles today.
Maybe.
My turn. To be honest, it was pretty scary. What did you think, Captain?
That was definitely tough.
It was definitely tough. It's right up there, top 3 of toughness, climbing up on our hands and knees and whatnot. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired now. This is a view from the top of Mount Webster. Wow, it's intense. I think that's Mount Washington over there in the distance. I think so. Wow. Oh, wow.
Break down my walls, but I will rise again, 'cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes and stay silent since they try to take me down with their violence? Break down my walls, but I will rise again, 'cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes and stay silent since they try to take me down with their violence? But I will rise again.
Oh my God. This is insane. Doesn't look like much from this angle, guys, but trust me, this is like up like a ladder. You had to grab vines and, not vines, but roots and rocks and all kinds of, oh God, wow. Look at that view though. Wow. And look at that sky. It's all worth it. So we delivered our Thru-Hiker Pony Express message. We didn't film it because, as you can see, they're having a massive delivery here by helicopter. And we came in right when it was happening. So they rushed us inside just for safety reasons. And we just ran inside. And they had the helicopter come 3 times and do a drop. Apparently this happens about 3 times a year. And they are very, very professional and serious and safety conscious when it comes, which is wonderful. It's pretty cool to see. You can still hear the helicopter in the back. The helicopter actually landed here after it was all done. We did not have soup because they said it would be at least an hour before soup. And we don't want to wait. We have decided that we're going to go to the Clouds hut and sleep in what's called the dungeon. And it's 4.7 miles.
It's taking off again.
It's taking off again. And we're giving ourselves a mile an hour to get there before dark. So it's a pretty intense climb. But the people at the hut said that if we've done this so far, we should be able to do this in 2 to 4 hours. So I can tell you I'm not going to be doing it in 2 hours, but I'll be happy if I do it in 5. Captain and I are going up there, that tippy dog peak tomorrow, guys. Craziness. And I think we're trying to get to that smaller one in front of it tonight. So we're not going to film too much because we got to crank it out, baby. So in the Alpine zone, you cannot camp. And the Alpine zone is 12 miles from the hut that we were just at, beyond Mount Washington. So no camping outside.
The hills are alive with a lot of wind. Bum, 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 bum. And look, there's Mom is up there. I don't know, she's waving.
Tomorrow's destination. Oh my God, you guys, look where we are. This is crazy shit. Oh my God. That's Mount Washington. That's Mount Washington, guys. It's really there. I can see it. Oh. We are 0.2 from the hut. And oh, what a day. To be honest, I didn't like the morning. I didn't like that. That's such a vertical. Pull myself up with my upper body strength, which I don't have a lot of. I guess I've got some. Wow, those clouds are amazing. 0.2. Yippee, yippee, yippee. These hands have not washed dishes since March 22nd.
No kidding. It's all been holding poles.
Are they going into shock?
Yep, you know what?
You will go back to washing dishes at one point, right? Eventually. So Captain and I are doing what's called work for stay, where you do chores at the hut in exchange for food, and you get to sleep on the floor here, which is really cool. We've been wanting to do it, but we weren't sure it would actually align with like when we were coming through, because we didn't really want to stop at 4 or 5 and stop hiking and then miss out on the miles because we were doing this. So I'm really excited we get to do it because I've been dying to wash pans lately. Right, honey?
We've just been having a craving.
A craving for dish pan hands. Don't get any of that on your shirt because we can't wash it. And here's the kitchen, and then we're gonna have a lovely meal after with our other fellow work. What's it? Work for stay.
Workers for stay.
Workers for stay. And Captain and I are so hungry because we barely ate lunch today.
Welcome to the end of day 146. Today we went a whopping, crazy, insignificant, incredible amount of miles.
11
numbered
miles.
at 11.
Plus that 2.5 road walk we did. We went from US Route 302 to the Lakes of the Clouds hut, guys.
And this is magical.
It is magical. So we I think that I'm going to definitely say for the hike today, the beginning was, I thought, really hard and technical, and
It
I
was
didn't
technical.
love
It was a fun little rock scramble, but definitely technical.
And then the second part of the day was just absolutely magical. But I would say my best part of the day was doing the work for stay and then the community aspect of it. I
Oh,
really
most
loved it.
definitely.
Is that your favorite part?
This was a fun experience, and I would definitely say if anybody's going to do it, it should be here
Oh,
because this
yeah.
has the most community, I would say.
Yeah, I would say a really fun group of people working here. And I think they said people come here basically to train and then go on to other huts. Did you have a worst for today?
Not exactly. No, today was a pretty good day. It was a bit cold as I was coming down the mountain, but nothing too bad. And then tomorrow we summon Washington. Ooh.
Well, you know what was I was kind of worse was that they didn't have any soup available at the other hut, but that's because the helicopter was dropping off the packages, and I thought that was a cool experience
It's a
too.
very cool experience. And I'm a bit curious if the AMC owns a helicopter or if they just charter it out. I'm assuming they don't own a helicopter because that would make no sense.
And they cost $1.6 million, right? Is that what you Googled today?
Yes, it was.
We've been without Wi-Fi
Bell
for like
407, I believe.
we were out without Wi-Fi for like 24 hours, so we were jonesing, and now we're happy to have it back. All right, we are going to bed, and when you do the work for stay here, you sleep. Show them right there. Once everyone goes to bed, you sleep on the floor right down there. And so we're going
It's
to set up
more
our.
over there as well.
Oh, it's over there.
But yeah, I'm assuming they're going to move some of it out of the way.
There's only 4 of us.
Yeah, there is only 4 of us.
All right, we'll beat, guys.
We'll see you
tomorrow.
in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Is your microphone on?
Yes.
I don't see it. It's mine. It's not on. Stay low to the ground. Were you recording or not? Did you record?
No, I
okay?
just stopped recording.
Oh,
for a
okay.
second.